vision.
Are the contractors who did the initial work with the reflecting pool, are they to blame for the current condition, or is it
No,
the
no,
vandals?
we had
that you
vandalism,
mentioned,
no,
intrusive?
vandals. It was all, you know, we have 100 and, we have I think 290, 300 foot slit right through it, probably a box cutter or a knife of some kind. Or we had people lifting up the basic, some of the, it's not a lot of damage, but we'll probably have to let the water out and refix it. They went in there with a knife. I was just told by the people over at Parks, they have 5 people are arrested and 5 people are under investigation right now. And it's a sad thing. In addition to that, we put brand new, beautiful grass all around. They put these massive letters on the grass. You probably know about that, right? And they said 8647. They probably got that from the dirty cop, Comey. You know he's a dirty cop, don't you? Dirty cop, he's a crooked guy. They destroyed the grass, so that's a big thing. But we're gonna get it back very soon.
National Guard and police have been all over the mall. How would these vandals have gotten so close to do something like that?
Do you have any proof of
I
the
mean, we didn't have a lot of them then. Who would think that somebody would go into a pool and take a knife and start cutting it?
But do you have proof of that? That they
Yeah,
used
yeah,
the
we
knife?
have
You have
proof.
photos or videos?
Well, let's put it this way. When you have a 350, I think it's 350, not 250, a 350 foot slit from one end to the other, you think that's proof? You think that's proof?
Reporters have been down there today looking for that slit that you mentioned, and
Well,
there's no evidence of
all
it.
you'd have to do is see the Parks Department, they'll show it to you, or see the secretary. But I saw it, they cut it very violently. The same thing with the floor, they cut it. And then they lifted it, they pulled it, and that's what it is. And we've done over 50 monuments. Number one, we start with, this is now a safe city. It's as safe a city as you're gonna get in the country. And when I came here, it was a very dangerous city. And number two, what we did is the beautification with the parks and the grass and everything, removal of all the tents. And this is like a different place. One of the things we did is over 50 fountains and statues, most of which were in horrible shape. All of them were bad, but some were just absolutely horrible. Graffiti, you couldn't even see the stone. They've all been fixed. We also fixed the reflecting pool. In fact, if you go over there right now.
So we got to talk about this reflecting pool once again, because as I spoke about previously, Democrats are trying to take their laps. Oh my goodness, Trump failure, blah, 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 blah. But they never mention, the fact that Obama spent double what Trump spent on the reflecting pool, and it was absolutely horrible, and it took way, way longer. I believe it was 2 years for the reflecting pool project to be completed. So, yeah. And in this situation, you have far leftists, vandals, trying to sabotage the reflecting pool by not only putting fertilizer in the water, trying to create bigger algae blooms, but also cutting the liner that was put down. Okay? Like, these people are genuinely crazy. Like, why would you even want to do something like that in your own country? Because you hate Trump. Trump is going to be president for another 2 years, and that is it, and then he's gone. So you're just going to destroy the country? What some visitors come here to see because Trump is in office? Like, he's going to be in office another 2 years. Then what? It's crazy, man. Like, check out a couple of these video clips of these far leftists protesting to save the algae.
Let's go, algae, let's go. Let's go, algae, let's go. Let's go, algae, let's go. Woo! Yeah, algae! Algae! We got this, algae! We got the box, algae!
Now, I don't know about you, but for me, whenever I see these people protesting that have so much free time, they can protest cheering algae growth at the Lincoln Memorial, I always think, what is the likelihood these people actually have a job? And according to AI, that likelihood is very low. Probably 20% at most, and that's being generous, that these people don't have a job and that they're actually relying on government assistance. In fact, the only reason why it's not lower than 20% is because some of them could have remote jobs or be trust fund kids or be relying on their parents. So the likelihood that these people actually work is probably like 5 to 10%.
Yeah, the likelihood of these folks, you know what I think? I think they're being paid, right? That's just my humble opinion about that. I think they're being paid by, people like Soros to do this nonsense.
$1.1 million for y'all to watch porn scam. Our money's really being fucking spent well for y'all to watch porn scam. Let's go, August. Let's go. So the National Guard could come and watch porn scam. $1.1 million a day so the National Guard could come and watch porn scam. Y'all trying to find something to arrest me for, aren't y'all? Right? You're going to try to find something to arrest me for.
These people are insufferable, man. Like, my goodness. Why are you bothering these National Guardsmen for doing their job? Why are you bothering them? What are we doing here? Just, But hey, it only makes the country dislike the left even more. So, have at it, I guess. It only helps us because people get to see how genuinely crazy you really are, So, I'm not too mad at it, if I'm being completely honest. I'm not too mad at it. So, yeah. But here is some more information on what is actually happening with this reflecting pool. Because, like I said, these leftists are trying their hardest to try to make Trump look like a fool by doing this nonsense.
Okay, multiple people, including a former U.S. Olympian, have now been arrested for allegedly vandalizing the newly renovated reflecting pool in the nation's capital.
Kevin Cork joins us now from the White House with all the latest on this. Kevin, good morning.
Yeah, frankly, and good morning to all of you. This is a sad story because all Americans, I don't care about your political stripes, enjoy the reflecting pool. But as Charlie points out, we're talking about someone who's gone from competing in Olympic-sized swimming pools to being accused of vandalizing the reflecting pool along the mall. And, of course, he ends up in cuffs. And apparently he's not the only one. We're speaking of a former Olympian canoeist, 67-year-old David Hearn, three-time Olympian, by the way, said he was cycling by the monument on Friday. He noticed a piece of the pool's underliner floating in the water, but authorities, they didn't buy his story at all. And now they're accusing him of being one of several individuals of trying to sabotage the project, with a pair of arrests being made so far. In fact, the president said as much in a post on Truth Social, announcing, quote, many additional people have been arrested having to do with the disgraceful vandalism of our beautiful reflecting pool. What these terrible vandals have done is a true affront to both Presidents George Washington and Abraham Lincoln and should be dealt with accordingly. They also poured corrosive and destructive chemicals into the pool. Finally, he adds this: we are very proud of what we have done with this magnificent structure, and we'll get it repaired quickly to an equal level of beauty. Now, the pool, which had been restored to a beautiful cerulean as part of the America 250 celebration, spent years mired in an algae-covered state until the big cleanup. But suddenly we started reading reports of a new algae bloom forming and the peeling lower coating. Critics said it was a shoddy job done by the contractors. Turns out that's not true at all, and now we know why. Now, the cleanup of this $14 million project is ongoing, even at this very hour, but given the fact that the 4th of July is right around the corner, to get it ready, they're going to have to work around the clock, guys.
Yeah, they're going to have to be working around the clock, not only to clean it up, but to guard it from these leftists, right? Because they're continually trying to do this nonsense. Like this gentleman here was
To
detained.
clean up the Capitol and make it look nice. And you've got people who want to go out there and wreck this newly refurbished pool. At least 5 people have been arrested for vandalizing the property, including former Olympic canoeist David Hearn. He denies the vandalism and says he only reached into the pool to examine the new coating. But as you can see there, authorities are not buying that claim. Also, Fox News Digital reports records show that Hearn has ties to a major left-wing fundraising network. They show he donated to Democratic fundraising apparatus Act Blue 10 times. Meantime, the president is detailing some of the vandalism to the pool that some on the left keep trying to deny. Trump said, quote, "It has been given a 300-foot-long gash. Chemicals have been illegally placed in the water, and the beautiful new grass field has been destroyed with a gigantic 8647 chemically carved into it, probably inspired by dirty cop James Comey." And the president says he saw photos of some of the damage to the pool. Take a listen.
Crazy stuff, man. Once again, if you needed another reason to show up in the midterms, there you go. So people like these far leftists don't get what they want. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Oh, I hate Donald Trump, so I'm going to destroy the reflecting pool. How does that even make sense? Like, sure, he's the president now, but he won't be in another couple of years. So somebody else is going to have to deal with it. You know, it's just, the left has just gone way too far, man. Seriously. Seriously, they have gone way too far. I didn't like Joe Biden, but I wasn't out here destroying America because of it. You know, I might have had my giggles when, you know, he couldn't read a teleprompter correctly. End of quote. Repeat the line. And I still get a chuckle out of it sometimes. But I wasn't out here destroying things. It's just, something is like broken up here in these folks, man. Seriously. It needs to be studied. I'm so serious. That is literally the only explanation for stuff like this happening. They are literally broken in the brain. I'm sorry, but I can't describe that any differently. Why else would you be doing something like that? You know? You want America to look bad because Trump is the president for the next couple of years? Like, what? I thought you believed in democracy. We all elected him. We all democratically elected Donald Trump. So is it only democracy when you win? Confused. I'm confused. But as always, y'all get in the comments. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions. Stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.